Halo, Ariana Grande, and then WWE, or just wrestling in general.
Just wrestling.
Okay.
Anything else?
How's your day?
5, 4. Hello, and welcome to a podcast with no name yet, episode 64. I am your Ricky, along with my non-image, not not a photo showing at the bottom of the photo of the video, co-host Manny.
Master my ability to not move muscle, and some would say I'm even invisible at some points. With unless high effort of concentration, you can see me and you can see my actual form. But just walking by, I'm invisible to the naked eye, and I've mastered this form over the span of many years. And yeah, so I'm speaking without even moving my mouth. Pretty good.
For those who've watched us from the beginning, you should know by now. If there's an image, that means Manny's not showing it. You're an OG. Um, but anyways, you can catch the podcast here every time. That's on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and many audio podcast services around the world. So, couple of things to let everyone know. The videos are coming. The more content is coming. When? Don't know, but we're actually recording something, which is fun and all that stuff. We'll probably figure out a date. That, uh, uh else, uh, yeah. Other than that, if you haven't, you can check me on my Twitch channel where I stream video games and all that stuff. That stuff will be in the link description below and all that stuff on the YouTube video and everything. But before we start into everything else, I wanted to so preseason rankings have begun in college football. And as you know, Manny is a big Texas fan.
That is correct. Yeah.
I
Welcome horns.
so to just to get a razzle out of this and everything. Manny top 25 rankings are released. Can you guess where Texas is ranked?
Number one, dude. Number one. Number one in the rankings and number one in your heart.
That's no. Unless you're an actual Texas Longhorn fan, that's probably true. But in the place of what we call reality, they're actually they are preseason ranked. Um, this is from ESPN. Just heads up, this is I can tell. 21.
Oh, that's rigged, dude.
Now
We're top five, dude. Top five hands down.
to get to put more into emphasis into this to have a little more fun with it. Texas A&M, your rivals who you'll be joining in the SEC whenever that comes into fruition. They are in the top 25 along with Oklahoma, your Red River rivalry. Also, they are
Oh,
in
I
the
can guess theirs easy. I
they
can
are
guess theirs easy.
they are in the top 25. Can you guess theirs?
Yeah. So Oklahoma's 185th,
I said top
and
25, and this fool goes below.
so obviously Oklahoma would be below us, so they'd be 20. I'd say 24. I'm gonna go 24, and then the Aggies, I'd say about 25. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Back to reality, he couldn't be more wrong, as the Texas A&M Aggies are actually ranked preseason ranked number 6, with Oklahoma being at number 2.
Oh well, obviously this dude at ESPN is obviously a Texas hater,
No, he's
and
not. I don't think. Oh, this is ESPN stats.
obviously,
So this is
yeah, he's biased.
So no,
bias.
this is it says ESPN staff. The methodology from this is 33 ESPN college experts submitted their own top 25s, leading to this consistent list. Census.
See, I'm not even Methodist, so this doesn't apply to me.
Huh?
I'm not. I'm not even Methodist, so it doesn't apply to me. So
Methodist? What the hell does that even mean? That has nothing to do with. That's not what
yeah,
it
you
means.
said the Methodist ring.
No, the
Please.
methodology. Methodology.
Oh, I don't believe in science.
It's not. It's not even that. It's. This is why Texas will never gain relevance unless
I beg to differ.
unless the next Vince Young comes again. That's it.
You know, eventually.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I don't know if we talked about it last time, but like to give you just to get an idea, it's like, do you expect to win the Big 12 this year? Manny,
Yeah.
did you hear what I said?
Do I expect to win the Big 12 this year?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I expect to get runner up because
You expected what?
I expect runner up.
Runner up?
Yeah, second. I expect that we lose in the final.
There's um some what's the word? Common sense head with that team. I'll give you that. I'll give you that at least.
I mean, that's the only one that I'm stretching it. You know what I mean?
Wait, who are you
All the
losing?
other ones are like,
Who are you losing to? And who's at first place?
well, sure as hell ain't Oklahoma.
Huh? You're losing though.
Sure as hell ain't Oklahoma.
You're losing though.
Nah, they're getting eliminated round one. They're not even making playoffs. Actually, that's what happened. They're not even gonna make playoffs.
I mean, they're ranked number 2 in the preseason. I mean,
that's because it's preseason. Nobody cares about preseason.
see, no, and stuff.
Only team Texas can lose to in the Big 12 is Texas, and not Texas Tech either. Nah, we're gonna send the Red Raiders running.
Well, I mean, this season. I mean, this season you have a lot to prove to yourself on that, not just being in Big 12 and all that stuff, but now you are going to the SEC. You have a lot to prove to yourself. You can actually compete with big boys.
Yeah, and having Sarkeesian, having this core that we have right now.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, there's a lot to prove. Sarky's got it in the bag. Sarky. So, yeah,
We'll
that's all I'm gonna say about that.
happens.
Yeah, he'll come points.
Another thing, just to get like, because me and Manny were talking, and so I want to bring this up because I thought it was kind of interesting. So Manny texted me post on Instagram, and it was a trade in the NBA, and how it's DeMar DeRozan going to the Bulls, the Spurs getting a couple players and some picks, and he texted, he's like, "Is this good?" I was like, first of all, you're not even a Spurs, you're a Mavs fan. Why is this considerate to you? Why are you interested? Like, I'm trying to learn more. I'm like, okay. Oh, and all that stuff. He's like, I want to know if this is. He thought for the trade was the team was giving up too much for one thing. Um, this isn't football. I guess I don't know. Trades are trades. Trades are trades because it always depends on what team needs what, and then also always how is it a good fit or what can it do. So
This person's got a good long snapper.
huh?
Not long snapper. Which is the dude that jumps up and smacks the ball in the beginning of the game?
The kicker.
No, and the one that jump, they like throw the ball up, and they're like, "All right, you guys are gonna both jump and see who gets the ball." And they're like, "Okay." And then they throw the ball up, and they're like, "All right, jump up and get it." And they're like, "Okay."
You mean the ref?
No, no, the ref throws the ball, and he's like, "All right, go get it." And then like they fight for it in the air, and
Are you talking about the beginning of a basketball game? Because I'm just like, where are you getting
yeah,
at this? Okay,
yeah.
so the two players, it can either be a center or a power forward.
Oh, okay. Let's fast forward. That like a left wing.
What? Are you trying to compare basketball players to a hockey player?
Okay, so if you look at an ice rink and then you look at a basketball rink, you got the center, you
Yes.
got two defensemen,
Eh.
or you got three. You got
No,
three?
no. So okay, here's the thing. This is a bad comparison whatsoever. All that stuff because in basketball there is no specific position on defense or offense. How it is with every other sport, like in well, mainly football and soccer and hockey and all that stuff. There's positions specifically for Pacific on the Pacific side. So like you have your defensive line, hockey, you have like defensive end, cornerbacks and all that stuff, and football and all that stuff, and then soccer. I don't remember the actual name and all that stuff. Basketball, there's one position and you have to play both offense and defense, of course, and all that stuff. But there's no the position on each team on each player, like so center, power forward, um, small forward, shooting guard, point guard, and then there's like some side ones. Those reference neither. I guess some of them have like size specifically, but they don't. They never make it more of like this is an offensive position. This is more of a defensive position and all.
Mm. So it's like rugby.
I guess, but I don't know rugby.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
explain it. I just we're already.
All right. So you got the hooker in the middle.
I
Okay. Then you
said
got your
don't.
tight
I
end.
said
I'm
don't.
kidding.
Manny, no, no. We're already on a time crunch with this podcast this week. Okay, so we can't do this
Okay. All right. All right.
and also, but and all that
So
stuff.
extra two.
But to get back to the thing was like he was like saying like is this a good deal or not and all that stuff, and he was like because it just seems like he's giving a little much. Told him like well it depends on how what the deal's for each team, where does it go to and all. Literally it's like oh I've never seen that much for one player. It's like this is normal. One player and all that stuff. This is
I can't even imagine how much they got for Lonzo Ball, dude.
well I don't
The
know
homie Lonzo Ball.
I don't
Uh,
I don't think they fully pulled out the specifics for the deal on that one, everything. But
it was just too high.
but the one you did, but the one you had sent, like it makes sense for that kind of
Oh, okay.
stuff and all that stuff. And then plus it's like so one of the players in that deal, Thaddeus Young, who's going to San Antonio, he is more there's more likely of a chance of him getting where San Antonio just actually buys out the rest of his contract and he just becomes a free agent, sign somewhere else. So he's not gonna because what I mentioned, because one of the things I meant to mention is like for San Antonio in this deal, it looks like this is more of a for them of rebuilding, going with a young core for their team. So it's most likely you're not going to see competitive in the league as much. Though they're gonna like they'll play and all that stuff, but they won't see them probably make the playoffs or and it's all development. How else with Chicago adding Ball and also Rosen, who we're talking about, um, they are looking at that point of wanting to compete, especially in their conference.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but DeRozan was on the Bulls at one point, right?
What?
Wasn't DeRozan with the Bulls at one point?
No,
Oh,
never was.
oh, it was.
He started in Toronto. He got traded to San Antonio and got traded to San Antonio.
Oh, okay. Hey, dude. I don't want to. How do you say it? I don't want to jinx it, but Lonzo Ball is going to be the next Jordan.
You already jinxed it.
Miles gonna be the next Jordan. He's gonna.
You already jinxed it just for the fact that he's in Chicago. So
I've been saying this too. He's gonna be the next LeBron.
that's even horrible.
He's gonna be the next Mike Bibby.
You make it sound like this guy's a rookie.
No, he just hasn't. How do you say it? He hasn't blossomed into the flower of potential that he has in life. And right now, he's just a little pod, and he needs watering and he needs soil. And he's growing, and so placing him in a larger pot, aka the Bulls, will allow him to get more water and grow out bigger and eventually blossom. And I feel like that's what he needs to do in his career. So that's good. That's good.
He's about to enter in his 5th season.
Yeah.
No, he should have. That should have been by his 3rd.
I got hope. I got hope.
You have hope for a lot of things, and though they never come into fruition, i.e., Texas.
I don't know. I don't know. I called the Spider-Man thing, called the Black Widow thing. Let's see here.
So, okay, no. So you can't claim Spider-Man based off reports of news reports. You cannot do that until we actually, and then since there's no trailer for that yet, you cannot claim that and all that stuff. You can on technicality, you can't even claim the Black Widow thing because it's not a fully thing. It's not a fully developed thing. No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
You can claim. You can no. No, you can say for the fact that he's in the movie, but you cannot say of everything else about who that person is.
He claimed it though online.
That's
he
him.
Went on,
the actor's doing it himself. Until there's like something.
And the studio's like, yeah, no, you're right.
No, studio hasn't said anything.
Yeah, they called him.
And all that stuff. And the
studio,
like, no. The actor may say it. That's fine. And all that stuff. That's the actor and all that stuff. But unless like it's until like I feel like it's until like it's shown as like it's officially a thing and all that stuff and everything, then I'll give you the credit. I'm giving you credit for the fact that he's in the movie and all that stuff. At least for who and all that stuff. Like it's not official of everything else. That's the one thing. Like who
I call Iron Man dying in S1.
I think everyone called that.
Yeah, I called Vader being Luke's father.
Everyone.
That was one of my first ones.
That was before you were born. You can't call that.
Let's see here. I called Namor in Aquaman 2. Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, what? You're talking about a Marvel character appearing in a DC movie that's not even out yet.
That's because James Gunn's directing it, and he's gonna do Namor versus Aquaman. It's gonna be the battle of the Atlanteans.
Wait, who's directing it?
James Gunn. James Gunn, dude.
Who?
The director that directed Suicide Squad as well as Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's not directing. He's not directing Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
I just read the report. No, yeah, dude, I read the.
He's not.
The rap sheet.
Penny, I love when you try to do all this stuff about certain times. It's like you have to do it when it doesn't seem like you already know it's gonna get.
If you go to TSN right now and
go to where?
Aquaman TSN.
TSN.
And you look up. Yeah.
TSN.
Canada's biggest. Yeah.
Isn't TSN Canada's ESPN?
Yeah. But James Gunn used to play sports in high school, so they cover it.
Man, you're making even.
Look up James Gunn directs Aquaman 2, and then they're doing a big multiverse to tie it into MCU's multiverse.
Oh, stop! Okay, this fool gets one thing technically right, and then he's trying to get all cocky now. And all that stuff. Like, come on now. Like, get a couple things like semi right, and then it's like you think you all bad now, and all. So trying to make this.
Oh, one.
What?
Okay, are you gonna get the Morbius one?
Huh?
The Sinister Six thing with Morbius? Are you gonna give me that one or no?
No, I'm not giving you that one.
But it's Vulture inside the Morbius trailer.
I can't give that to you yet until that movie's out. I'm not gonna base it like it's a trailer. Yeah, he's in the trailer. Wait, what's the Mobius thing? Officially, just to remind me.
It ties into the Sinister Six theory I have with the multiverse and Spider-Man.
Okay, so I'm not gonna give it to you on two things. One, No Way Home, because we don't know nothing about it yet. Officially, let me say that before you go anything. Two, Morbius or whatever the hell it's called now. It comes out next year, and we don't have a second trailer for that yet, and all that stuff. So I don't. Huh?
They're waiting for the Spider-Man trailer to come out.
Well,
Morbius is a prequel to Spider-Man. Yeah, it's like the Black Widow movie. How was a prequel?
okay, you can't call Black. Honestly, here I'm gonna say this now. You can't call Black Widow a prequel at all. When it's like it's set in between the universe. I can understand if this is like pre-universe stuff and all that stuff and everything. Like before this is like an actual thing before Iron Man 1 in a way, kind of sort of thing. And all that stuff.
Okay, so it's pre-IE before I. Yeah.
Wait, what? Quit
Pre-Infinity War Endgame.
Quit making random acronyms and just say
Pre-IE is pre-Infinity War Endgame.
that is
post
that is
I
that is the dumbest
that
is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Pre-IE meaning before Infinity War and
yeah, that's what all it. Haven't you seen Reddit? They do that.
Reddit. I don't get on Reddit, and that's one of the reasons why.
It's pre-IE and
just say before in.
Yeah.
Before any war after Iron Man. That's it.
Yeah. Pre-IE.
Why are you saying
this is gonna be pre-Spider-Man?
Why are you saying IE when the damn thing is when the movie itself is even before just say before Infinity War. Everyone understands that. Don't add an endgame.
Pre-I doesn't sound as good as pre-IE.
IW?
IE.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm suggest. How about pre-IW in the actual title, Infinity War?
Okay. I like that. Pre-IW. It's pre-IW.
Still
this.
Don't like, I guess.
This is pre-IW. Because then you can have post.
Make it post. Started with this. Hey, before this, after this. I don't want to deal with like freaking code names of sorts and everything. We're not like it's not like we're spoiling anything. We're just saying it's before this, it's after this. After this movie, it's set in the timeline. It's before this movie and after this movie in the actual timeline of it. That's all. Yeah. No, it's pre-IW. I'm like, what the fuck? Just say before you move forward and all that stuff. Not even if you say IW, some people probably would even get that and be like, what?
There's pre-IW, post-IW, pre-AE, post-AE. Avengers Endgame. AE is Avengers Endgame.
Just say Endgame. Just say Endgame. That's it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Definitely don't do that for Endgame. No.
You know, like that? I feel like that can go viral.
That cannot at all.
Pre-IE, post-IE, pre-AE, post-AE. I feel like is a pretty good
you make it
time.
The way you say it, you make it sound like it's way harder to do than it should be and all that stuff.
Or if you want to, you can actually do pre-CM.
No.
Because you got Captain Marvel.
Oh, stop! Just stop! Just stop! Stop! You're just making this pre-seat
Free Captain Marvel.
before Captain
Free
Marvel,
Captain
like
Marvel. Yeah,
pre-CM.
yeah.
Like there's acronyms that are valid to say and everything like that in certain things, like how it's like BC is supposed to be like before Christ. Like I guess that makes sense. But this whole thing you're doing with the MCU is just not it. It's not it.
Hmm. Yeah, dude, all the redditors are saying that, dude.
It's the Redditors.
Baby.
I think that's why I'm not on Reddit, because I see that I'm like, this is not proper English.
Because we're cool like that.
It's not English. It's not the English. It's like it's not even like improper English where it's still, though it's still understandable.
Yeah. Follow me on Reddit at Glass Towel. Uh, that was the option. So when I was signing up for Reddit, it was like, what do you want to be your name? And I was like, well, obviously Manny Canales. And they were like, that's taken. Here's an option, Glass Towel 3872. And I was like, obviously that's what I'm picking. So
You did you actually pick that?
yeah.
Why?
If you look at because it was hilarious. Why would they give me an option like that?
Why don't you just? I swear, Manny, you just like
I thought it was hilarious.
Anyways, well, so what's the whole more? Oh, the 660. Yeah, I won't say anything about that until like. Oh, I don't know much.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, of course, Vulture ended up in the trailer, but I don't like. And then plus, like that movie was supposed to come out this year, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
and it's already been delayed. Don't know much about it and all that stuff till this day. We don't. There's like no second trailer or anything like that. We literally just got a second trailer for Venom 2, which, by the way,
That's awesome.
no, not at all.
Yeah,
No.
they got rid of that weird
Oh.
looking wig.
Oh. Oh. That's
He
like the
tongues somebody
the
for some
one
reason.
thing. The one thing in that whole trailer was Carnage actually looking like Carnage. That's the only thing. Everything else was just like I don't know how this is
So
a movie.
why did they decide to like randomly have Carnage stick a tongue down somebody's throat?
I don't know.
Why was that in the
I don't know. I literally don't know. I was just like, why? And then the whole
I
thing,
like the reaction though. He's like, "Oh, that's a red one." That was hilarious. I thought that was funny.
the ending. I mean, I get
What
where
was
they're,
the ending?
I get where they're
Oh,
going.
okay.
I get where they're going with it, but at the same time, I was just like, oh. And then plus, like, it felt totally off from the first trailer. Like,
Oh, the teaser.
because the first one seemed to like, oh, they're cool, they're buddies, they got everything under control and all that stuff. And then when that second one started and they were in that like little fight, and I'm like, wait, what?
They're not buddies.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? And then
It also, yeah.
especially that ending part with that you mentioned that you said you like how I was like, oh, it's a red one. I'm not fighting that one. I'm like, wait, what?
I think it's like a play on because like Carnage, the next offspring of every symbiote is stronger. So I think that's like the play on it.
But
Like that's their play. Like,
that
maybe
shouldn't
depending on the.
be a thing, in my opinion. And
Well, it isn't thing though in the comics.
well, no, the stronger thing, yeah. But what I'm saying is that scene in particularly of how he just freaking he gets scared off about it.
Oh, he's like, oh, it's a red one. That means it's stronger than me. You're talking about like that.
Well, like no, there's more to the fact that he sounded hella scared about it and all that stuff. Like and like no,
Yeah.
and more as a like more as like in a punk, like being punked in a way than instead of like I don't know if I can do this kind of thing. And all
Well, if you remember though, from the first one, supposedly he was like a loser from his planet. Remember?
that's yeah, but you would think though after see that I think this is just me just going thinking off of how the first trailer of this one came about, how it looks like they were able to like be cool and understand each other, and probably Venom himself has like this like he's more they're more confident in them in each other and all that stuff and everything like
Yeah.
that. Like that's the thing. I was like, I can understand that kind of thing. Like the whole loser thing, that I can get that to the side and all. Um, I was just it's more the fact like I can understand that scene if it's more the fact that's like I don't know if I can fight him. I don't know if we and all or we can fight him and all that stuff and everything like that. Then more of like being a being a punk about it. Not punk, not a punk, but it's more of like actually like
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like that would make more sense to me on that. But that right there was just more like, why do you diminish Venom already more than what he is and all that stuff? I
Yeah.
guess you could say and all that stuff. So it's just more of the fact it's just like that's what the one thing that like that kind of made me no and all that stuff. You're like literally it's like you're diminishing Venom or just of like this. Like I get it. And yes, I am a bit proponent of that. I am a person that's like, I don't care if you don't use material, but at least try to do something that matches the personnel of what you're trying to build with one. And then one of the things I thought of first trailer was like, oh, they have each other's backs. They're confident in each other and all that. Make that scene, and particularly in the end of that second trailer, make it more of the fact of they're losing their confidence and it beat Carnage. But no, it's something more of like, oh, I'm too scared, and the only way for me to actually to fight him is to promise him to eat people.
Yeah, and the weird part I don't get is like in the comics, like yeah, you already said about the whole the you know, but doesn't he also sustain energy by also like either eating chocolate as well? I remember him like he can't eat people, Brock's like he can't eat people, so he starts eating chocolate, right? Isn't that what it is?
I don't remember. I don't know more about Venom. Like the whole eating people thing is just weird to me in general because I don't. That's not Venom in general in
Yeah,
comics
it is kind of weird. It is weird.
and all that stuff,
It
just based off what I know
yeah.
from comics. So it's like that right there is already just strange in itself. And all that stuff.
It's weird to see it. It's not weird to hear it, but uh,
But it's just like it's just, like honestly, it's like that trailer was like, yeah, I don't know about this anymore. Then plus for the fact that it's like, I guess the end of the trailer showed that it said this fall and not the actual release date because it says it's supposed to come out in September. So I think Sony's trying to get like because there's the expected possible chance of a second wave of COVID and all that stuff and everything, and I don't know if they were going back to shutdowns and all that stuff, but it looks like for the fact that's like there might be a chance of this getting delayed again, along with probably Spider Man
yeah,
2. So
yeah. Unfortunately,
which sucks and all that stuff. I mean,
it does. It does.
and all that stuff like Venom, I can care less. Spider Man though,
Have you seen the New Mutants? Just off topic, but have you seen the New
I still
Mutants?
have not seen that movie.
You gotta give it a chance. Give it a chance. Is it as good as it could have been and it should have been? No. Is it a horrible movie to never ever see? Also, no.
I was about to say if you were gonna say yeah, I was like you are not pitching this movie well at all.
No. No. It's not something like that you should never see and like try your hardest not to see it. It's definitely something you would want to see at least once, but it could have been dramatically better from what they originally wanted to do.
Yeah.
It could have been a whole lot better. Especially that you can tell like some of the as the movie goes on, you can tell it you can see it like changing in a weird way. Like changing its where it's going, like you can tell that it doesn't know where it wants to go. But in the beginning it looks amazing. Uh I see what they were trying to do. I see that it would have been cool as hell. But I recommend you watch it. So anyways though, uh Screech is her name, right? The one from Venom 2? The one that's like in the cage and she's like screaming, I think.
Yeah,
I think
but
her name is Screech.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know because I have not paid attention.
Also, it he does Cletus.
Latest.
Kanye doesn't go over Cletus in the movie, right? He kind of like rips his skin off, kind of, huh?
Yeah.
So like, it's not like Brock where he's like like an Attack on Titan. It's more of like you know, blood venom, right? Because they're like shooting at him and like holes are opening up. I don't know if you've seen that part in the trailer
I don't
in the
remember it.
prison scene when they're
It's
like
it's
shooting at him.
already a distant memory.
I mean, you know. Also, I mean, at the end of uh, which one is it? Venom 1, it seems like they've already met. So like this trailer is a different scene and they're meeting again for the first time. Like that's the weird part.
Again, trailer's a distant memory to me. Um, I do know what you're talking about the post credit scene stuff. I I'm sure it'll probably look different in the movie. Like they did know talking to each other like they do know each other. Just going based off that because work. And again,
The,
mostly now trailers don't show everything. Don't show what the movie.
that's true. What about the Daily Bugle sign? How was the same on the newspaper in Venom 2 as in what was it, Spider-Man 2, I think?
I'm not even looking at as people bring it up, yes, but
I don't
I
I
don't
don't think it's anything crazy.
yeah.
I think it's more of a reference, but it's still
It's
cool.
yeah, it's more a reference than it is I guess you can say universe building in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more a reference, that's all it is.
I do think that was a really cool touch though. That was
Oh yeah, cuz I mean it's like yeah, it's cuz have the Sony is the that have the Spider-Man rights. That's everything Spider-Man's. They have that ability to do. They can still do that. So it's like it's no big deal. So that's why to me it's more like yeah, it's just reference and it's no big deal and all that stuff. It doesn't feel like Sony right now. It just feels like outside of Spider-Man it's himself. Every single movie they've been like planning to make or already have coming out just feels more of them just trying to like of a cash grab in a way. As sucks as bad as that sounds
yeah,
and all that stuff. But there's no what's the word I'm
meaning
looking for?
behind it.
That, but also it's like reason to actually do this stuff because like it's because now we have two Venom movies. We have the Morbius movie coming out. There's this rumor of a black. There's a chance of that Black Cat movie and this Silver Sable movie and all that stuff and everything like that. Uh, Craven the Hunter and all that stuff. And I'm just like, why? Spider Woman is another
So,
thing. Spider Woman's another one and all that stuff. Like
oh, who's gonna be Spider Woman?
literally, like the only good thing that's come out of outside of MCU Spider Man is Into the Spider Verse. That's like the only.
Yeah. Other
Stuff.
than like, yeah. Anyway.
I mean, as of right now, I'm not. I'm taking like
Yeah, yeah. No, no.
all that stuff.
Post Spider Man into the MCU,
Pretty much.
right?
I mean, pretty
Okay.
much. If I'm not including Tobey Maguire's and Andrew Garfield's Spider Mans, I'm not in counting those because that's because yeah, those are good movies in themselves. Really, in honesty, except for 3. But anyways, anything that is coming, yeah. So pretty much
And
any
Amazing Spider Man too.
2 is all right. Um, and anything, yeah. So pretty much anything that's come out after MCU Spider Man and all that. The only good thing surrounding that, pretty much since the announcement of Sony and Marvel Studios bringing Spider-Man to the MCU. Anything after that, pretty much the only good thing was Into the Spider-Verse.
Venom 1 was good.
Wait, what?
Thought Venom 1 was good.
Eh.
Thought it was.
I
I
can't.
was down with it.
It's the human stuff for me that it's like I'm a loser.
Different
I'm
tone
a
on it.
loser. You're a loser. I'm like, what? What is
That part was weird, but the
you know?
movie all around was good.
I don't know. I just
and
sequel is not
uh,
especially after
the
Spider-Man.
trailer looks cool. There's some weird parts, like I said. Am I gonna watch it? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm probably gonna watch it no matter what I say. So,
Like,
side note, did you happen to watch the Masters of the Universe thing on
the Netflix show?
Netflix? Yeah.
I have not. I've been wanting to watch it, and but because I just finished watching Transformers: War for Cybertron Kingdom, that
Oh, that's
got
good.
that got released last week. I
Yeah,
finished
that was
watching.
good.
I gotta rewatch it like the last couple episodes again because I keep ending up like I end up watching them like late night and I end up falling asleep and all that stuff. So I gotta watch the last couple episodes just to get that reminder, just to make sure like keep looking at it again and stuff. Because I enjoy I've been because I think that whole series in general, like because it's been out since last year, I want to say,
I think so.
and all that stuff. Like I didn't start watching it until I didn't even start watching it until I want to say this year. I think I started watching it this year.
And else,
Because the first two are already out,
yeah.
and then I heard about Kingdom, and then because like I only found out about a Kingdom after watching the second one, because at when the ending of it shows Dinobot, and I'm like, wait, are we going Beast Wars? I was like, I literally started like looking up everything about this show and everything, because like I love Transform. I'm a big Transformers fan. I just don't talk about it a lot. And Beast Wars was always my favorite thing as a kid, and all that stuff. And the fact that they brought him in, and but using them differently, especially how Kingdom looked, like I was like, I'm cool with this. I'm like, this is cool, and all that stuff.
How did you like the Michael Bay Dinobots?
No,
No,
no, I
I don't
don't.
know.
No, you think anything, Manny?
It's
You
a
can.
dinosaur that turns into a robot, dude. That was
That's see
badass. You got explosions.
you literally think of it to the simplest of terms, to the simplest of things.
Yeah, dude,
You
I'm
literally do.
Superman.
You literally do. Like everything that you mentioned and everything, it's literally broken down to like the simplest things and all that stuff. You don't look like for me, it was like
Yes.
when I saw that, I was like, the story's horrible. I don't know what the hell's happening here and everything like that and all that stuff. And then you make these Dinobots emotionless at all and all that stuff. Like nothing with them. Cause I'm a big cause like the thing, I like here's the thing. I don't care about source material as much, like original source trying to base things off original source material, as long as you can give the characters of who they are and all that stuff and everything like that, an actual like emotion to them and all of what they mean to like represent in this style of format of what you're providing. That's how I love the MCU so much and all that stuff. Though it's not comic accurate, comic accurate stuff, it
They
brings
did
their
it
own.
good.
They bring their own thing to this particular to the universe, that universe, all that stuff, and how they relate it to everything else. Transformers one, I liked and everything like that. Simple, and everything. Second one, not bad. It was okay. Third one, oh my,
Was
oh
that the one with something Prime and
yeah,
Optimus had to fight Prime? Oh yeah, that one was kind of bad.
yeah. That was the whole being in Chicago and all that stuff and everything, and try to like. Oh. The fourth one, which is the one you're talking with the Dinobots, if I remember correctly. Um, I I c- I didn't I never saw it in theaters. I watched it on a whim just because I was like, I got nothing else to do,
And
and
you're like, this is badass.
I was like watching it, and I'm like, I can't do. And then what's the recent? What was the one after that? I had
Bumblebee.
Wahlberg. No, the one with Wahlberg.
Uh
I forget what it was called, but
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the last
that
night.
yeah, there we go. That one I was like, where is this going? Like, where is this all going? And all that stuff.
It was dope. They reveal the whole planet thing
That
at the
was
end. That was pretty cool.
Unicron. If I remember
Yeah,
correctly?
Unicron.
Yeah,
How
that
like
yeah
Unicron's awakening or something like that. That was
yeah
pretty badass.
yeah that was.
The only weird part is they killed Cybertron, didn't they? In the movies,
I don't
isn't
remember.
Cybertron already dead?
I don't remember. That's see like that's the thing. Like they try to do something different with it, but it didn't work. That's the thing. And all that stuff.
Yeah. Because the whole thing is isn't the whole thing like Unicron and Cybertron are like rivals, right? They're brothers and like they're always at war with each other.
Yeah.
And then they went in dormant. But like now supposedly Unicron's waking up, but the whole thing is Cybertron's dead.
Technically, Cybertron's not dead. Like the planet exists, but he is. But yeah, no, right. And then yeah, there's Bumblebee. Bumblebee, I actually liked. I actually enjoyed that one.
That was good.
That was pretty nice.
That was good.
I enjoyed.
I don't know why Cena was in it. That was good.
Cena played a part in that, and he played it fine. He played a part. He played it fine.
Didn't we watch that one together?
No.
I thought we did.
No, we did not.
Who did I see it with? I saw it with someone.
We did not. I saw this at home, minding my own business.
Oh, we definitely did not see it together.
I saw this. I saw it like I think last year, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, definitely. I saw it in theaters.
I think I saw it last. Yeah, I didn't see it in.
Oh, I know who I seen it with. Okay, I seen it with that mutual friend of ours.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say who. But
yeah. And then they are planning on doing movies, but I guess they said they're trying to make it more not Michael Bay related.
bring back LaBeouf, LaBoufy, right? And how you Shia?
I don't know. I don't think no.
Bring back Megan Fox.
No.
And Shia.
No.
That was the best part of that movie. What?
I don't know. I would have what I did hear is the guy that played Aladdin in the live action movie, he's supposed to
yeah.
He's supposed to be in one in the Transformer.
Oh, is he gonna be a Transformer?
Oh, he's gonna.
I'd love to be a Transformer.
He's a.
And they were like, "Yo, you want to be a Transformer?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
He's a real world person. I think I think what needs to happen, and they need to make it more about the Transformers themselves and less about the humans.
Yeah,
and all that stuff, and then we'll see where that goes from there. And all that stuff.
we need explosions.
Need what? We need what now? Manny? Talk to me, Manny. Talk to me, Manny. I just lost.
All right, a lot of explosions. We need a lot of those.
No, we don't need that. I just said we don't need less Michael Bay.
Explosions make everything better, dude. Imagine if you're watching.
Again, you're making this too simple.
Imagine if you're watching The Sandlot, and right when they hit the Homer, explosions just go off.
No. Don't ruin a classic like that.
Okay, let's see here. Let's ruin not a classic.
Not a classic. Oh my god.
We could have used more explosions. That would have made it more interesting.
What needed?
The original.
What needed?
Justice League. The Reamer cut.
Reamer cut.
Right? The Reamer. Isn't it like Sean Reamer? What was the first one?
Just Justice League.
Oh, okay. That needed more explosions.
Not the Snyder cut.
Yeah, not the Snyder cut. The other one. That needed some more explosions.
Oh, it didn't. It just needed a
Um,
whole. It just needed the Snyder cut. That's what it needed.
yeah. What else needed explosions? There's a lot of movies that could have did a lot better if they had explosions in them.
No, not everything.
I think everything needs some kind, at least a little explosion,
No, not
like a
even.
little poop.
Not
A
even a
little-
little. Not even a little.
Dark Phoenix would have been a lot better if they had more explosions.
Dark Phoenix needed a lot of things outside of explosion, and not, explosions is not one of them.
Explosions in Wolverine. That would have made that movie 1,000 times better.
Which Wolverine?
Uh,
which Wolverine are we talking here? Remember, there's more than one.
Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's.
That he's man doesn't.
X2 Wolverine. X2 Wolverine.
So just wait, X2 the movie?
Yeah, X2 the movie's Wolverine in Dark Phoenix would have been dope as hell. With some explosions. Let's see here. What else could have been it? Wizard of Oz, boring movie. If they had explosions, I'd watch it. Like if when they got to the palace, just explosions and fireworks went off, that'd be badass.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
What's another boring ass movie that people love? Gone with the Wind needs more explosion. Oh, there's a fire scene. They
Okay,
burn a set. That one's cool.
okay.
That part's cool. They burn the
I
Godzilla set.
never seen Gone with the Wind. I don't hate I don't hate the movie. I don't or anything
Dude,
like that. It
so-
just doesn't. It has no interest in me whatsoever. But even I can say that doesn't need explosions.
Dude, so like, really, go off tangent right here. My mom. That's my mother's favorite movie. Same thing with my grandmother's.
Mm-hmm.
And as a kid, they had me watch it like thousands of times again. And that movie's like 7,000 hours long. I think that movie's like a.
You're over.
No,
Okay.
that
Okay.
movie's like a 7-hour movie, dude.
You're,
Like, what the hell? It doesn't need to be that long, dude. It doesn't need to be that long. Cut it 2 hours max, my guy. 2 hours max.
movies were different back then.
Yeah, dude. And like that's their favorite movie. And like as a kid, they always had me watching it because that's the only thing they wanted to watch whenever it was movie night. And like I would just pass out halfway through. Like I don't even remember the end of the movie. The only part I know is when he smacks her because she actually can't deliver a baby or she doesn't know how to. And then when they burn the Godzilla set on screen, that one's cool.
Gone with the Wind is only 3 hours.
Oh, well, it
And-
feels
and
like
change.
longer, dude.
And
It feels like longer.
that is freaking Endgame.
Yeah, but Endgame has explosions and superheroes, dude.
Oh, stop.
Endgame is more entertaining than Gone with the Wind. I mean,
Can't even
Man,
compare the
it's
two.
boring.
In all honesty,
if they had explosions, I'd think about it.
that's the only comparison you would have. But yet still,
Put Captain America in there, dude. That'd be dope.
a classic.
I
That's
think
what,
our viewers.
that's what you're
I
doing.
think our viewers watch Gone with the Wind. I think that age group is above our viewers. You know.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if there's someone out there around our ages that probably actually like.
George of the Jungle. Explosions would have made it better. That would have been dope. The one with the guy from the Mummy. He jumps on the rope, just boom, explosions.
Oh,
That would have been cool. You would have watched it.
not everything needs explosions, man. That's literally going to be the title of this episode. Nothing needs this podcast doesn't need explosions.
This podcast needs explosions. People would watch. It was just like fire, 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 lightning, explosion. That'd be cool. That should be the intro. Just fires and explosions. You'd be like, I'm watching that video.
Oh my gosh.
'Cause it grabs you. What's it called? Sound of Music. Explosions would have been cool.
That doesn't need explosions either. Why are you bringing up movies that are fine in their own right and that needs to add something that's not even necessary to it?
You know, I love North of It. I mean, Sound of Music. I love Sound of Music. It's a good movie. Good movie. Good Christmas movie. Good Christmas movie.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
It is. It is a Christmas movie.
Okay,
You know
cool.
what else is a Christmas movie?
Oh no.
Sudden Death. Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme is a Christmas movie. It's a great movie. It ends with, dude, he wins the Penguins the game by making a glove save against the Chicago Blackhawks
What
in
is
the
wait?
igloo.
Sudden death?
Yeah, Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme. He makes a save for the Penguins against the Blackhawks and wins the game for us in the igloo. Might as well, just saying. It wasn't it wasn't you know, uh, yeah, PPG paints. It wasn't PPG paints. It was the igloo.
X.
He fights
So
Iceberg.
okay. Here I got the description. Ex fireman Darren McCord has a new job working security at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. Hoping to impress his kids, he scores tickets to the Stanley Cup Finals, unaware that the place has been taken over by a group of terrorists. Ex CIA agent Joshua Foss, played by Powers Booth, rest in peace, uh, is holding the vice president hostage in a press box and plans to blow up the building if he doesn't pay the ransom. But when Darren learns of the scheme, he jumps to action to save the day.
Yep.
So this came out.
So
So this movie came out on December 22nd, 1995, when the Stanley Cup Finals are normally in June,
so
and you're calling this a Christmas movie.
timing doesn't make sense, but there is a lot of Christmas stuff. Uh, there is a lot of Christmas stuff
Shut up,
in the
really?
movie. Yeah, there is because it's in December. It comes. Yeah, they didn't even think about timing. Uh,
I wouldn't just call it. I wouldn't even call it Christmas movie just because of the fake advertising. It just seems like fake
that part
advertisement
is bad.
galore.
But then I mean, Mighty Ducks has a bunch of flaws too. So like, and I love that movie to death as well. So like, I mean, they can have a couple flaws as well. Uh,
Wait. We mean flaws as in
so first off, Bombay's a horrible coach. That's first
okay.
off.
I
Right
don't.
there.
I just
Second
keep it
off, right
simple.
there.
Don't make a whole
Okay, I,
thing.
I won't go into depth. I won't go into depth. Okay, Bombay's a horrible coach.
Well, yeah, of course.
Second off, Conway takes his penalty shot with no helmet. That should have been immediately. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Third
Hold on.
part.
No. I'm gonna stop you here because you are taking this more seriously than I thought you would, and all that stuff. So we're not gonna go further into that. You're taking it way more serious.
But
You're
the
taking it
point
way
is
more
though
serious. You're taking
the
it
point
way more
is
serious.
it has its flaws, but it's still an amazing movie. Same thing with Sudden Death. Sudden Death has the timing wrong,
Way off.
but first off, Jean Claude wins us the cup. First off, that's one against the Blackhawks.
Oh.
That's a big deal.
First of all, before anyone says, Manny is a Pittsburgh Penguins fan.
And a San Jose Sharks fan.
Can't be too.
And a Sharks fan. Yeah, I can. I'm a Penguins fan because I love the team. I'm a Sharks fan because I'm from San Jose. Anyways, Jean Claude wins us the cup. There's an assassin that hides in the iceberg costume. By the way, Iceberg is the mascot. For those of you who don't know, it's a big penguin. Wears a Penguins jersey. Name's Iceberg 00. It's our mascot. Um, an agent for the terrorists dresses up as Iceberg and then attacks Jean Claude in the kitchen. And then Jean Claude kills Iceberg, like with the suit on. Like you just see fluff go everywhere, and like he's like punching Iceberg, and like Iceberg's like karate chopping him back. And then the ending of the movie is he sneaks into the locker room, dresses as the goaltender, goes out for the game, and then saves the game-winning shot. Glove side, just boom right there. Not in butterfly. He does stand-up style, which is amazing. By the way, because stand-up style has a lot of its own issues as well. So he saves glove side, stand-up side, wins us the cup. His kids go crazy. His kids are safe. He saves the day. He saves Christmas. And there's explosions. The only thing we need. That's all you got to do, really, for movies to make money. For me to buy a ticket, put Jean-Claude, Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone in a movie, put explosions, and have them save the day. That's all you need. That's all you need to sell a movie. That's really all you need.
I'm not watching this. Anyways,
You need to watch it, dude. You need to watch it, dude. It's a Christmas.
If 95, I was 4 years old. I probably would have watched it when I was.
You should watch it now, dude.
Nah,
I'll watch it now.
4-year-old me probably would have watched it. Me now, probably not.
I only watch 3 movies every Christmas. Sudden Death is the second one. I start off my day with Die Hard. Okay. Then I watch Sudden Death. And then I end the night with Sound of Music. Yeah. It's pretty much, yeah. In between, I don't do it back to back. Because, guests and stuff like that. And that's rude to watch television when you have guests. But it's a good movie. And I'm a big Jean Claude fan. To say that's like top 3 is pretty good. Because he has a lot of amazing movies. So, I mean, you got Bloodsport, you got Kickboxer, you got Sudden Death, you got Expendables. He's in Expendables at one point, I think. Yeah, brief cameo. That's dope. But then Antonio Banderas is in Expendables. So is there really like a requirement to be in Expendables? Like, you know,
Not really.
it's a good movie though. They should put Chuck Norris in a Marvel movie. That'd be dope.
No.
He should have been at Endgame, dude. He would have beat Thanos, dude. Chuck Norris could have beat Thanos by himself, 1-on-1 with all the Infinity Stones in his gauntlet. Thanos would have snapped Chuck Norris away, and then Chuck Norris would have came back and snapped Thanos away without the gauntlet. That would have been the movie. I see why they put him in. I didn't put him in. It was too overpowered. He's too overpowered of a character to have in a movie. So that makes sense. It makes sense. But I mean, you saw him in Delta Force, Lone Wolf McQuaid. I mean, the dude's an absolute unit, dude. Absolute unit. And guess what? Delta Force explosions, and they made 2 of them, and they're both awesome. Delta Force 1, he saves the Jewish people. That has to account for something. That has to account for something. I mean, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. You haven't seen Delta Force, have you?
No.
Oh my god, Rick. You have to see Delta Force, my dude. It's on Amazon Prime for free.
Nah, I'm good.
Let's look up Delta Force. Comes out. It's an amazing movie. It's an amazing movie. I can sum it up for you in like a couple sentences.
I think we're good.
Okay.
We're cutting a little short.
You know what else Chuck Norris was in? He was in the WWE at a Raw event one time. That was pretty cool. He karate chopped the dude, and the dude just like knocked out because it's Chuck Norris, obviously. So that was cool. That was cool. Did you see that episode? It's probably on the Peacock. You look up Raw Chuck Norris.
I don't remember.
Probably on the Peacock.
I think we're gonna end it here.
She was so good. It set you up, dude. You be like so wrestling. It's not what it used to be. Not what it used to be.
We'll probably talk about more wrestling next week. Oh my god. To run down a few things.
Wrestling at this point, it's just people running around. Can't even call them wrestling.
To run by a few things before we do end. The Halo Infinite tech preview was this past weekend. I got to try it out. As I got invited because what I mean, if you count grenades as exploding, I guess, yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Okay, then yeah. I was able to get into the tech preview because I've been a Halo insider since for a very long time. So
Same, dude. Since 2005, dude. 2005.
no,
Halo strong.
no,
Halo strong.
not the insider didn't start till like at least 2000 and whatever 2020. I want to say 2017.
I was on the beta. I was on the beta.
What beta? What are you
Yeah.
talking, Manny? What are you
The
talking
beta
about?
for Halo Insider, dude. I was on the beta for that movie. For that, app and that club. I was the founder.
What was it for? What were you testing?
Uh for for Halo Insider. I tested all the games. Halo 3, Halo 2, Halo 7, uh Halo Master Chief Collection, Halo Revenge of the Spartan, which hasn't came out yet. I'm giving you a sneak peek on that one.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a
it's
good one.
broken.
That's the next one. That's the next one. Halo Revenge of the Spartan. Uh, that one's gonna be really cool. That one's looking really cool. That one's promising. Uh, you get a different Master Chief. It's gonna be a female Master Chief. It's dope. It's really cool. Really good. It's like Samus. It's really cool. You're gonna love it. I loved it. It was a cool game. There's a lot of explosions. Has a good multiplayer, strong multiplayer. So you're gonna love it. It's the daughter of regular Master Chief, and Master Chief dies. Spoiler in this next Halo, looking for Cortana, and then she comes along and she's like, "I'm the daughter. I want revenge for who killed my dad." And then she finds Cortana, and then Cortana's like, "I'll help you," and then she's like, "All right, cool." And then Cortana and her get revenge for Master Chief OG, and then that's the revenge of the Spartan. That's what it is. It's a good game. Good game. Solid multiplayer. Solid multiplayer. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna be able to play on the PlayStation 2. That game's gonna be compatible all the way to PlayStation 2. Yep. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Badass, dude. Badass. Surprised you weren't on it. I thought you were. I thought you were. I know you're a big Halo guy, so I figured you'd be in the loop, as we like to call it in the business. Uh, in the Halo loop. You know, really cool. It's really cool. Surprised you didn't reach out. You get it? Halo reach. No. All right. That's it. I'm done. I'm done.
Next thing is the big Fortnite event that's coming this weekend, which is called the Fortnite Rift Tour, and it'll actually feature pop star herself, Ariana Grande. It's happening this weekend. Starts on Friday. There's gonna be a show all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can always go to their website, the Fortnite website, to know more and what on. You can actually hop into the game itself, know what time it starts for your based on your time zone that you're in and all. So that's gonna be something to look at and everything. That's gonna be something to check out, especially after what they did with Travis Scott. And other than that, that is the podcast uh for this week and everything. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed it and
I
all that
did.
stuff. And again, catch us every Wednesday on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast services. Wednesday at 10 a.m. again. And if you're here on YouTube, watching on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get the notifications of when everything goes live, not just the podcast, but also any more content that we'll provide and all that stuff, because it does help the channel out a lot and all that stuff too, for us to get noticed. So my name is Ricky. Manny down below. You have a good one. Peace.